Hey guys, Biscuit here. I'm going to take you through my Grand Arena. I'm up against Ajax. This is his alt account, which is interesting, and he was ranked 38 at the time. And after he did his attacks, he jumped up to rank 20, which is just it's bonkers. So in terms of what characters he has a pretty good Empire team. He has a Padme team, and he has some Geos. He does have some other teams in there, like some Separatists and Bounty Hunters. And for fleets, he has a very good Rebel fleet, Geos, and some Galactic Republic ships. On defense, he sent me Bounty Hunters and Separatists. The Bounty Hunters don't have their Zeta, so it shouldn't be that hard. And we're going to jump into this battle here versus the Separatists. I go in here with Phoenix because I can get some pretty decent banners. And they are pretty resilient, so what usually happens with these Nute teams is that if they get way too ahead of you, you end up losing a bunch of banners. So I want someone with a lot of protection and health regen. And one of the really annoying things about Nute is if you have Django under his leadership, Django just gets his payout at the very beginning because he's a separatist. It's pretty crazy. And one of the things I've learned, facing this, when I did have Phoenix at the beginning of the game as my arena team, is that you always want to pay Nute. Doesn't matter if it's on Etzra, doesn't matter if it's on Chopper, you always pay the man. Because otherwise, your entire team gets slowed down. And that means that Nute can just add on even more extortion, and then the team will get ahead of you and you'll never take a turn. It's very frustrating, but you have to do it. So the main goal right now is I wanted to take out the surrounding characters so I could just leave Count Dooku and Nute, because those are the characters that are really annoying and that steal a lot of banners. So I wanted to just deal with them by themselves so I could actually recover some health and protection. So right there, I decided to strip the riposte off Dooku just because if I was going to do a basic with Chopper, it wouldn't do any damage, and I would just get counterattacked and stunned, which seems dumb to me. Something that I'm personally taking advantage of here is that whenever Count Dooku has daze, he can't counterattack, and you can daze him with Zeb by calling an assist, or just using the basic. I find that I don't actually use Zeb's stagger a whole lot just because I'd rather stun them using the basic. So here we just take out Nute, and we're left with just the Count. And we end up killing him by accident. So 58 banners could be better, but that's a really annoying team. And in the back, he left me his Rebels team. I tried something that I didn't know was going to work, and I went with just a Vader solo. Because I was running low on teams, actually. I've only brought 2. And if you're going to use Vader to try and solo anything, remember, you have to go into Merciless before you do your Force Crush. If you don't, what's going to end up happening is you're just going to Force Crush them, but you're not going to get any turn meter because you don't have the Emperor Palpatine leadership. So here I have the option of throwing the Saber Blade or doing a Force Crush. I decided to throw the Saber Blade and see if I can kill him. And I can get into Merciless here, which is really nice. So we get Akbar here, and now I can just beat up on Zeb. I do the Force Crush because he can't counter it, and he had the 100% counter chance there. So that's 63 banners, which kind of makes up for it. And right now we're going into these Bounty Hunters. And I went pretty heavy on my defense this time, so I'm at the bottom of the barrel. I end up going with this team that you see right here, so it's EP, Tarkin, and Django. I screwed up right there. I should have passed the turn meter to Palpatine and let him stun everyone, because they don't have a way to cleanse the team. And what ended up happening is Boba went and he ability blocked everyone, which kind of just fucks me over. And I want to take out Mando here because he's going to disintegrate everyone with his once he gets his contract, because he has the one shot. I don't want to get one shot here. Like I want to keep as many banners as I can. We end up taking out Cad Bane, and now it's just Bosk and Bobo and Dengar, but who cares? And Boba ends up going ham and killing my EP, which really sucks. And because of that, he actually got his bounty hunter thing back up, his bounty hunter's resolve. Fortunately, I can pass the turn over to... Okay, I ended up getting a nuke on Dengar because he was out of stealth. And now I can just take out Bosk. I choose to fracture him so he doesn't get any more turns up, and fracture counts as a debuff, so Jango will get a bunch of bonus attacks. And there we go. It's awful banners, and if I could do anything different, I would pass the turn over to Palpatine and then stun everyone, and that way I could actually get all my debuffs out and get ahead of them. On defense, he left me his Geos, so they're not amazing Geos, so I just went in with a pretty standard comp. So Houndstooth, TIE Silencer, Darth Vader, and Boba as my reinforcement. I don't like underestimating Geos just because they have a lot of synergy together. Even if they don't have all their abilities maxed or everything, they can punch up a lot. I actually at one point left my meta fleet on defense, and this guy was able to get through with like 170k like power level Geos, and my fleet was like 280k. So I don't like underestimating these guys. We take out Spy there. If you're going up against Geos, you always want to take out Spy first because he is very annoying. He hits very hard with the specials. He calls everyone to assist, and if you don't take him out quickly, he will just destroy you. And now we're just left with Sun fucking Soldier, which at this point it's cleanup. We've got Houndstooth and the other big and Spy taken care of, and we're just trying to keep some banners here. I'm avoiding calling Boba to assist just because I don't need him. So it seems silly to call him in just so he could get hit by something, and then I lost a bunch of banners there in a match where every banner counts because I'm up against a very efficient opponent. You're not number 38 in the world if you're inefficient. And now we've just finished up ships, so 62 banners is pretty good for ships, and I promoted to Kyber, which I was pumped about. It was very epic. This is my first time hitting Kyber, and I even screenshot it there. That's how proud I was. Actually, I'm going to show my defenses first. I set crew on defense. I set a really bad Clone Wars Chewbacca team, and I set bounty hunters in the back. So hopefully something here would trip him up. He'd lose some banners. And well, he did. He tried using an Empire counter on my First Order, and he didn't take into account crew's leadership, and he ended up losing that. He cleaned it up with Geos just fine, but cost him the match, and he was a very good player, and I'm glad I went up against him. So if you're watching this, alright, if you liked what you saw, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. I'm Biscuit, and I'm out.